Thiago Alves versus Tim Means headlines the prelims of UFC on ESPN 7, Washington DC Overeem versus Rozenstruik this weekend. I like this one. I actually really do like this one. This is a great fun fight for all hardcore fans alike. We know who these two guys are. We know that they have potential, but sometimes things don't go their way against some decent opponents, to be fair to them. I mean, if you're looking at Tim Means, I've rarely seen him outclassed by anyone. I've seen him kind of throw away a few things or get caught in certain situations or lose some split decisions that maybe could have gone his way, who knows. But with Nico Price fight that he fought last, piecing Nico Price the fuck up really badly. Like this, I think the start of that fight was one of the best Tim Means we've seen in a very long time. He was smashing Nico Price in that first round. Open palms, slapping him in the face. Even rocked him at one point as well. And then rocked him again before the end of the fight, where Nico Price just came with that fucking hand from the gods, baptizing Tim Means straight on the chin and put him out cold. But before Nico Price found that knockout, it's very important to note, Tim Means was leading that dance. And he was putting it on Nico Price from the get-go. And I like that version of Tim Means. I'm hoping, and I don't think I've ever seen Tim Means KO'd before. Maybe once before in his career. But not for a long time have I seen Tim Means KO'd. Other than the Nico Price fight. And I'll be honest with you guys, that's going to change some things here. It does make me... If Tim Means wasn't coming off a KO loss and was just coming off like a submission defeat to Nico Price, a close decision, I'd 100% pick him. I worry only because he's coming off a KO loss. And at this point in his career, I mean, I don't know how old he is. I think he's about 30-something, mid-30s. 35 years old, there we go. Taking a big KO that late in your career, I don't know. It'll be like if Robbie Lawler got KO'd now. It'd kind of be like, it's kind of tough to get behind you. But Thiago Alves, credit to him as well. Not looked bad in his losses either. I think he beat Laureano Starapoli or whatever. Did I think he beat him? No, I think he beat Alexei Kunchenko. I thought he lost to Max Griffin. And the Laureano Starapoli fight kind of didn't go his way. But that was a close one. It was kind of competitive as well. He's never been outclassed. Curtis Millender kind of done him dirty, I'll be honest with you. But who knows? I feel like Thiago Alves very much has the potential to pull off an upset here. I am going to go with Tim Means for my bet. I'm a big fan of Tim Means. I think he's very good and very underrated as a fighter. 28-11 isn't even a terrible record compared to some of the shit we see nowadays. I like it. I like it. He's only had 5 decisions in his entire career. That's crazy to me. I think he's going to stick it on Thiago Alves, post-USADA style, and really make him pay for some of his stand-up errors. Because, to be honest with you, I think the level of Thiago Alves has been established now. You barely beat Max Griffin, even though I think you clearly lost that fight. Blatantly lost, but you're in Brazil, so, you know, Brazil's going to do what Brazil's got to do to keep some fighters in the sport since USADA came around. Alexei Kunchenko, I thought it was a close fight, but then I don't again rate Alexei Kunchenko. I picked Gilbert Burns to beat Kunchenko in his 170-pound debut on short notice. I was the original noticer of the short notice Gilbert Burns power. I picked him to beat Kunchenko on short notice. Kunchenko, undefeated Russian, I believe 18-0 at the time. Thiago Alves did quite well against him as well. So this is a very close fight to predict because although both guys are losing, they're very rarely being outclassed. And that's what I worry about here. Because there's no real way to tell where their standard is. I am going to go with Tim Means. I feel like the range is going to be an issue for Thiago Alves. I mean, he had trouble getting in on the range of Curtis Millender. And I would love to see a fight between Curtis Millender and Tim Means. If Millender was still in the UFC, of course. I think he got cut for some bizarre reason. I don't know why that happened, but maybe he was turning down fights. We don't know what goes on. A lot of people hear, Curtis Millender got cut by the UFC. Why? Or he might not have even been cut. But if he was, people were asking why this happened, why that happened. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes. We don't know why Justin Willis got cut. He might have been fucking telling Dana to fuck you and give me my money and I'm going to leave otherwise. And then Dana just says, okay, leave. Cool. See you later, dude. Have fun in Bellator. We don't know the story behind the scenes. But that does suck. I would have loved to have seen Curtis Millender run it back with some of these guys. Tim Means, I think the range is going to give Thiago Alves some problems. I really do. The 190.5 centimeter reach to 177.8. 12 centimeters is about 5 inches. That's a big reach advantage for Tim Means at welterweight, I'll tell you that much. About 4 or 5 inches there. I like his odds. I really like his odds here. I think he's going to go in, get the job done, and potentially do it by finish. Because Thiago Alves, I mean, 3 times KO'd already. He gets rocked a lot in his fights as well. He's had some damaging fights, like the Laureano Staropoli fight was quite damaging for him as well. I feel like Tim Means has the patience and the veteran status to go in there with a calm attitude, exactly like he was doing against Nico Price. And I don't see Thiago Alves post-USADA having the shutout power that is required to earn some respect from Tim Means. And I think that's what Nico Price did as well. He landed a shot earlier on in the fight in Tim Means, and you saw it on Tim Means' face. It kind of discouraged his game plan. You need to get his respect. You need to have that power to take advantage of him. And you need to have the explosive athleticism and speed to make it on the inside fast enough before he slaps you in the fucking head. And post-USADA, I don't think Thiago Alves has any of those things. So yeah, I'm going with Tim Means. I think he's going to slap up Thiago Alves from the outside. Alves could target the leg. People have tried before on Tim Means. I think he can handle it. I really do. I'll say Tim Means comes away with the dominant decision or a nice little clean finish in the 2nd or 3rd round. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Click that button there. Goodbye. This is a big fight, man. Loser goes home. All on the line. See you later.